Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot, as usual, trying to fix my damn phone. What's wrong? Anyway, weekend update. We are rolling tomorrow, Friday, January 15th, through Tuesday, January 19th. Yes, sir. We are almost at the end of the damn month. Who knew? Who the hell knew? At any rate, I don't know what to say about 21 yet. It's come with some tricks and some surprises. I'm just saying. I've been shuffling, meditating, burning sage, talking, all kind of stuff. A lot of y'all are realizing, I think for some of you, it's just beginning to kind of click in that you're really in the middle of a big, huge, fat transformation. And yeah, that part right there. So some of you, my dear bullies, are kind of feeling like this. It's not doing this like it was this time last year, but it's kind of, just a little rock in the boat. As you continue to get your balance, because some of y'all are still kind of with that wobble thing, do your best to remain positive, because things are definitely, what I've been saying, in your favor. The ball is in your court. Don't think it ain't. It most certainly is. That Four of Swords, those of you that have been in hermit mode for the past few, however many days, weeks, whatever, has you coming out a little bit. And not that the hermit card is anything wrong with that. It isn't. Your thinking is opening up a little bit. You're not as guarded. Put that there. Just Four of Swords. But that four is telling me that you've got better stability in your thinking. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Changes. I'll be doggone. Lies and deceit. So this is one of those readings where it reads, but it's got a different meaning to the read, that part. The front end of your overall energy, the Two of Wands sitting on top of the Knight of Cups, transition, changes in romance. In particular, for some of you, it could also mean changes in work and moving from one place to the other. I'm just saying. That's the energy there. And you may be taking a long way around it, however you're doing it, but there's definitely a lot of planning going on. The backside of this is Dominion. So definitely about, there's going to be some changes in your home. I'm going to just throw that shit out there. That's going to resonate on different levels for different Tauruses, however it is. There are going to be some changes in your home. If you are already paired up, you may be getting a kid, you may be having a kid. You may be planning on having a kid, or if this is a blended family, you may be getting one of the kids from the other person. You may be trading off that whole thing, but you're ready to make some living transitions for sure. Some of you may be surprised. Others of you may see this coming. Depends on, again, where you are, what your placements are in your natal chart. Take your time. Think through whatever it is. As with anything with change, there's always things there, hidden facts, if you will, that don't come to light till you start moving. Burn Ernie. Just like with a car, if you haven't driven it for a while, you don't know what the kinks are till you crank it up and start rolling it. And then you realize one of the tires is low, got no air. Might be low on oil, some other stuff. Those kinds of things are just hidden from plain view because you're not dealing with it outright. They're not bad. They're not bad things. You may learn some things dealing with little mundane shit like that. It's okay. It's going to help you down the road. Romance for sure. Stay positive, Taurus. That's my biggest note for you. Your energy still feel kind of like, hey, nah, this ain't happening. This is not gonna happen. Can't happen. Stay positive. Stay positive. If I can tell you anything about the first 15 days of this year, is that the very things that you think aren't possible are definitely possible. So keep that in mind. The back end of your overall energy with the Ace of Pentacles on top of the Strength. It's the courage here from the Strength card. Just though some of y'all are still second guessing and, kind of, but for many of you, it's about the courage. And that's what the Strength card is representing. The courage that you're taking to make these big changes. You're planning some shit you really aren't even sure of, but you know it's there. That kind of shit. Nothing but abundance. And you're feeling this, even if you can't actually see it right now. And for those of you that have never encountered this type of energy before, where you're just like, woo, and you don't know why you're doing woo, yeah, that part. That part. You know something good is coming, but you can't see it. Keep that full feeling so that what you are trying to manifest will come to you. For your challenge, I'm sorry, the brain fart, which won't. The Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, that we have her pretty much with the ass end of it. Manipulation, any that's going on, will definitely come to light. In this deck, this talks about the protection from darkness. The energy that's here, though, is that people that may be trying to manipulate on you and pull some bullshit, before they get it out good, and you'll see it. The note here for you is to just pay attention. Just pay attention. The front side of this talks about the inner dilemma. And some of you may be still on this side dealing with an inner dilemma and trying to make sense out of something that's not making sense or would normally make sense. We're in that kind of energy. But just realize that anything that's shady that's going on, I'm looking at that blue and that red light, those flames, they're going to come out, and it'll happen before. The issue there for you, the challenge there, is to pay attention, and emotionally with the Queen of Cups, keep yourself in balance. Do not allow people that aren't real into your experience, so people that are just constantly on some bullshit. There's always some bullshit with them. You know who this is. I'm trying to keep that group out. You see, you sitting up here all on the fluffy cloud and whatnot. You don't need no heavy weight on the fluffy cloud, because the heavy weight gonna drag everybody down. So just be mindful of that, and just watch. Just watch. Those of you that are trying to make sense out of situations that aren't making sense, let it go. Let the universe show it to you organically. Trying to sit there and figure out a damn calculus problem with no calculator is ridiculous. I'm just saying. So let the universe bring it to you. Looking at tomorrow's energy with the Nine of Swords on top of the Queen of Swords. Some of you may be obsessing about money. It doesn't feel like money issues, but you may be trying to straighten things out. Tax time coming up shortly, so you may be trying to just mentally get things together. There may be something that comes to light here in the next 3 or 4 days that you need to dig a little deeper, or find the receipts to, or make sure you got all the appropriate paperwork coming to you at the end of the month so you can do your taxes. It's that kind of energy. It's kind of prickly. Tauruses, even though many of us are good with money, don't look at me when I say that, please. It's about the details, a little tedious shit, making sure everything is in order. Don't overthink it. Some of you may be in trying to figure out money. You may be trying to start a new project, a new entrepreneurial hoo-ha side gig. Don't overthink it. That's the energy that's talking to me. Don't overthink what you're doing. So whoever needs to hear that, yes, you should pay attention to the details. Yes, you should make sure all your I's are dotted and T's are crossed, but leave it there. Don't go past, well, what if I add that? Don't do that. Let it just do what you need to do. Have the things in hand that you need to have, and then let the rest just be what it is. Saturday, 7 of Pentacles with the 6 of Swords on top, talking about changes. And this is related to relationship shit. And it's also related to money. So those of you that are already in partnerships, you may be having some issues trying to figure out where money should be applied to, when and why, and all of that. It may be frustrating. For others of you, you may be getting ready to start something new. You're a little fearful about, what the fuck did I just give up my money to? However that's working, just go with the changes. The backside of this talks about objectivity. So I'm going to tell you, dealing with changes, try and take a step back and just look at the big picture and just kind of ride through the storm, if you will. Where's my lighter? So y'all can really see what it looked like. There it is. Try and just do your best to weather through, move out of that choppy shit, kind of just flow into the calmer. And a lot of this has to do with your thinking. So if you're, again, overthinking, just like this 9 of Swords over here, all to the point of you're obsessing and the fuck, let it go. Do what you can do. Do the minimum of what has to be done, and then let the rest go. When we get to Sunday's energy with the 2 of Swords on top of the 4 of Swords, y'all doing a lot of thinking this weekend. I'd be doggone. Many of you are dealing with situations where maybe in the recent past you had some lies and deceit come up about some relationships. Hence, I said you're still a little guarded. And your thinking may still be a little bit guarded. This is what I'm going to say to that. If it's a situation that in the past has been iffy, back and forth, in and out, up and down, that kind of shit, that changes now. That changes now. The back of this talks about the balance of passion. Here is where you look at the lies and the deceit, the frustration, everything that you've been through, and as you begin to see changes happening, you kind of just a little bit at a time, kind of, okay. That part, you're still guarded. Your thinking is still guarded. That's not a bad thing, especially if you are dealing with former business partners, and maybe at some point they had a little shade in their past, and you had your eyebrows up in the air like, what the fuck did you just say? Things have changed. Now, it may take you a while to get it all together. This is not to say people are not going to be giving you information. That's not what I'm saying. But it may just take you a while to put all the pieces together to see the big picture. Once you see the big picture, we get right back to where we're supposed to be, with some balance. And you will realize your vigilance, staying, just persevering through, will pay off. But again, thinking still a little cautious, still kind of hanging on a little bit. Those of you that are thinking about getting back into relationships, I know some of you have had the past meet you at the door recently. Things have changed. And it might be time to have the conversation about the lies and the deceit that actually did go on. You may learn some enlightening things from that situation, however that's resonating with you. But I would expect somewhere here in the next 3 to 5 days, a conversation will take place that you need to be having. Just saying. We get to Monday's energy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, yep. Monday's energy with the 4 of Pentacles. And Miss Moon Goddess swimming through the water. It's about love, y'all. Y'all are really focused on this shit. A lot of y'all are focused on self-love, and that's not a bad thing. But Sister Girl here you're still feeling uncertain. That eclipse up there. Yeah. And that's perfect. The things that have gone on in the past are getting eclipsed out. That's what the hell I'm going to tell you. They're getting eclipsed right the fuck out. And while you may be still dealing with the same person, it's a different story. It's a different story. It's an altogether different story. The back of this talks about profound intuition, and I believe many of you have been kind of following your intuition, even if it didn't make a whole lot of sense to you in any given moment. That's okay. But here, understanding about that eclipse, and this is major energy, so you him haw and hoo around with it if you want to. It's major energy. So that eclipse is just screaming at me, oh shit is being eclipsed out. So if you are going back into a former partnership, all the shit, the whole history of whatever, you might as well get an eraser. It's gone. There's been a change. There's been a change in understanding, a change in knowing, if that makes any sense, between you and whoever the other people are involved. There's just been a significant shift in understanding. So I dare say, whoever this is or whatever this is as it relates to you, a year ago, your understanding of it or them or her or him or whoever was very different than what it is now. And you probably have a fuller, dealing with the moon, everything is full, I'm sorry. You probably have a fuller understanding of what it is. We come back to this little conversation that we need to have here about past lies and deceits. You see, oh girl, if you can see her face, she's just, on this side she's blindfolded, but if she were just actually looking at the moon, she'd kind of be as that nostalgic, damn, I went through that shit kind of feeling. We bring that back here, and then boom, gone with the eclipse. You heard me? That part. Sit tight, because there's a 4 down there, and the 4 is all about stability and things. Think of it as your foundation setting. That's where the foundation of any building or house or whatever, when they finish doing whatever they do, it sets. They let it set for however many days or weeks or whatever. That's where you are. That's where you are. New foundation. That eclipse is just shoving old shit out the way. You're looking at people, places, and things. However, this is resonating for you in a different way. We get to Tuesday. King of Cups up here. And the Knight of Swords. Again, talking about the courage. There may be some things in the upcoming week where you need to really make sure your boundaries are where you want them to be with certain people or certain situations. Work is, I hear bells ringing. Work bells ringing. So maybe you need to, in some relationships at work, maybe you need to reset the boundaries. The king here, the king of the lovey-dovey, the cups. Do your best to keep your emotions in balance. Don't get too far left to center, and don't get too center far left to right. I'm just saying, do your best to keep your emotions in check. If I had one thing to say about this weekend, I say it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. It's all about balance. Balance. Anybody ever been in a canoe or a boat? It's about balance. Come on. Had that sucker up in the air. It's about balance. Having the courage to do that is about balance. Whoa. What you saying? I'm just saying. So try to keep things in balance emotionally. Try to keep your thinking. Don't let your thinking get all fucked up and overthink something or overanalyze something on some bullshit. It ain't worth it. Just do what you need to do and try to de-stress and not stress over what you can't control. Rebel cards. What you got for me? I pulled out the colors. So this is the white cards of the Rebel cards. I got like 2 or 3 decks of Rebel cards. And I just shoved them all together. And yeah. Let's see what we got. Do you really love them? Then wash and fold and put away the clothes. this is a good thing to just get the hell out your head and do something. Do something mundane. You get all this obsessive thinking and shit and overanalyze and start worrying about the taxes. Get your butt up and go fold up the clothes. Go wash the dishes or go do something to get your mind off of that. And you need to do something that's got a little bit of work involved in it, like folding the clothes. That part right there. You're fucking stressed. I'm going to just pull the third one. You think you got them all figured out. I'm telling you, this shit ain't no joke. You're fucking stressed. Massage. Binge watch. Chill, people. Oh, this damn air energy. Some of you may be dealing with air signs, too. And if you're not around them right in the moment, they're doing the same thinking that you're doing. So don't think you're in it by yourself. That's, what are we saying, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra? Yeah, those signs. So if you're dealing with one of those signs, they're thinking and hashing and turning over the coin just like you are. They're thinking about it and thinking about it. You're fucking stressed. You're doing all that damn thinking. Massage, binge watch, chill. In that order. And then, like I was saying, you think you got them all figured out. You don't. That eclipse up there, that's what I'm talking about. You're still trying to work on some shit that happened 5 years ago, and shit has changed. Even 6 months ago. Let's just be fucking for real. Shit has changed. You don't know what's going on. You think everything is all gone to shit. It hasn't. It so hasn't. There's new cards. I'm gonna pull one of these. Just one. Just one. So new, they just sticking together. Let's see what this says. What I tell you, people, what I tell you, it's coming. Whatever it is you're trying to get together, you see that handshake, it's a done deal, boo. It is a done deal. What does it say down here? Don't get old. Your eyes just like, hell no, we are not reading that. Anyway, union, love, business, both, all, everything, all the above, that part. It's coming. Pretty much this is the universe telling you it is a done deal. Now, just stop overthinking. Go with the flow. Keep in balance, like the king. And just forget all the old shit. I'm just saying. It's a done deal. You may not see it. You may not understand it. You may not even realize the magic that's going to happen to get it to happen. But done deal, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. Bye-bye.